Welcome to the Spl Power Rankings for September of 2022, post Phase 2 playoffs, post Roster Apocalypse, although we're doing the rankings from pre-Roster Apocalypse. No Baskin. I'll probably put Baskin in there at the end. But anyway, yeah. Hello, YouTube. Hello, Twitch. Twitch, say hello to YouTube. Be nice, Twitch. Okay? And, yeah. Let's get the show on the bloomin' road. It's time to roll a coin to find out who will be ranked first, and also get a fantastic sound. So we'll chill for a second here. Yeah, I can't wait for the sound. It's so good. Support first pick, otherwise known as a terrible ranked game. Here we go. Support will be first. First to be ranked. Last valued by everybody. Or everybody who matters anyway. And yeah. Let's go through them. Who's been shitting it up? Who's been playing alright? Who's been playing good? Okay. Let's talk bottom of the charts first. You're going to look at the sort of bottom three, I guess, being, I think, actually, you know what? There's kind of a bottom four. I think there's Inbound, Neil, Gamma, Rongyu. I think Rongyu's had his worst ever phase, I would say, lately. Gamma's been playing good, like much better than he was early on, but I still think he's like bottom half. Well, good today, thank you. Let's think about it. I mean, it's easy because he got fucking kicked from the league, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I think Bobby's down here. I think he has struggled. Man, I could honestly put any, like, this is the weirdest shit ever. I've never, like, I don't think I've ever put Rongyu, like, below third on any support tier list ever. But right now, I'm like, I could put any of these three next. And I think I'm leaning Ronnie. Am I insane? Is that crazy? I think that's a little crazy, but I don't know. Gamma, there's a lot of recency bias with Gamma. I feel like Gamma's done a lot better since the support meta changed a bit, and like Kabrakin's been good. He's had like a good Atlas and stuff like that. Been playing well, but still has been playing better than Ronnie and Neil. I don't know. I think Neil's actually, I feel like I'm doing Neil. You know what? I'm doing this now. I feel like Neil's been a little hard done by lately. I feel like Neil's been playing well on the Warriors, like second half of the split especially. I think he's played really well. I think people, I don't know. I think he's been playing really well individually. Honestly. L wrong. I mean, we're getting there already. He's in so many games. I don't think he did second half of the phase, did he? Maybe. Actually, no, hang on. The Warriors were just losing every set. You know what? I'm putting him here. And now I need to decide where the other two go. I'm fucking doing it, man. Am I doing it? I'm fucking doing it, man. I'm fucking doing it, man. It's happening. It's happening. Nah, that's fucking obscene. That can't be right. That can't be right. Yeah, let's go with it. Fuck it. I think Gamma's been playing well. He's been one of the better players on the Valks, who have been, like, Valks have definitely been like the solid 6th place team in the recent past, for sure. They're better than the Warriors and better than the Scarabs as of late. And Gamma's been a big part of that. I think also, like, I think their pick band got a lot better, which was the main reason they improved rather than individuals playing better. I think it was, a lot of it was around them just, like, not losing the game prior to entering the fucking, the map, you know? I think they were really good. Yeah, they were good at Masters for sure. I wonder how much of that Sharks diff It was like as soon as he arrived, they got a lot better, but, you know, he's obviously been working on things in the background before that. Yeah, I don't think Ronnie's just not had the threat, you know? Like, I don't feel like people are even scared to give Rongyu Umoja anymore, which is crazy. Craziness. Okay, you know who's kind of gotten away with one here? Jake is somehow in 4th. Because Jake has been dog ass recently. Is Jake too high at 4th? I feel like he's been pretty bad. I don't know where to put him though. Bullets were fine. Like, listen, you can't just take into account the one set where they lost to the Warriors, okay? You got to think back a little bit more. The Bolts were a good team regular season. Definitely a better team than Warriors if you take into account like the last 6 sets or whatever both teams played. Bolts were the better of the two by a decent amount. But I do feel like Jake's getting away with one in 4th here. But I don't think I can in good conscience put him lower. I don't know. Top 3 supports. Actually, I think these 3 are all pretty close. Aurora, Genetics, and PBM. I think they're all pretty close. I think they've all been good for sure. I think I'm gonna go Aurora 3rd. And then Genetics, PBM. You could argue for either. Jake's too high. Yeah, I mean, you can't just go off the most recent set. Genetics is number 1. I think it's tight, but I think Genetics does grab the number 1 spot for me and PBM in 2nd. I think PBM's been playing well, especially since the roster swap, but I think Genetics is like, he has more wow moments for me in support right now. I think he's slightly better at the very meta picks. And that's what I'm putting in there. That's what I'm doing. What do we think, chat? Do we think, is Jake the worst placed? It's hard because I think Jake's definitely been better than Rongyu. Has Jake been better than Neil? Probably. Has Jake been better than Gamma? I would say probably just. Because, I mean, if you're taking in the whole of Phase 2, definitely. I'm biasing it towards recently. But yeah, bottom 5, we're all not very... I kind of forgot how bad Jake has been. Genetics' most scariest support. Truing. He is scary. The rookie storyline? Yeah, he's not a rookie. But that's fine. Okay. I think that's that. I think that's support done. I didn't have to move anybody around due to peer pressure, I feel like, which is good. Did I move? I kind of moved... I moved Neil down 1 due to peer pressure a little bit. All right, let's go. Solo. Whoa. Okay, we're good. Solo, up next. Okie dokie. Who has been dog ass in the solo lane? Solo, once again, the lane where people look the least dog ass. Which is, I don't know if it's just that like better players like to play solo or it's harder to look bad in solo. But I feel like people get away with one there, you know? Scary looks bad phase 1, but it's definitely grown into it lately. Aqua's had his moments, had that Chang'e stuff, which was pretty nice. But yeah. Some people been pretty bad in solo? Who Scream? Who you saying? Yeah, I've enjoyed watching both Aqua and Scary, but I think they are the bottom 2. Hardcore's down there as well, actually. I know that when the Leviathans removed Hardcore, they were like, it's not game loop related, he's still a beast, blah, blah, blah. I don't think he was that good last phase. He has his moments, for sure. Anyway, I'm going to put... I think Aqua has had some good Chang'eing. Does that bring him above Scary? Scary's had some great games as well. He's been one of the least bad on the Scarabs. Honestly, like I think Scary was like really bad when he was playing on ping. And even like the first few weeks when he was back. But I think this phase and like, for example, like everyone talks about how well Deathwalker played in that set. But Scary and Sam were the only ones keeping them in that set. Scary played really well. He didn't get diffed by any means, I don't think. Don't have to change rosters. I'm doing up for the last phase Confiance, so we don't have... Like, I'm not going to include Baskin, for example, because I'm not going to include him on one of the teams, because we have no data. You know, this is all about the teams that we have data for. Okay. I'm going... This is harsh on Aqua, but he's number 8. It's the Valk solo lane syndrome. I have to put them number 8. It doesn't matter how they're playing. They're going to be at the bottom. And Scary in 7th. That's it. Next up. Yeah, I think it's Yark. In 6th. I feel like this isn't too hard so far to rank for me. And then I think you go Haddix. I think he was pretty average second half of the split. I really do. Don't think he was doing all that much. Actually, does he go above Nika anyway? The Warriors were really, really bad towards the end of the phase. And was Nika particularly good when they were winning? I mean, they do just kind of live and die on Cuvo Fred, to be honest. It is just like if Cuvo's playing well, they'll win. And if he's not, they'll lose. If he's given fist bumps out, they're probably getting the dub. On Kuvo, you mean Dardes? No, I mean, Dardes, like, if he gets a good god, will probably do well. Like, if he gets AMC, he's going to do well. If he gets Morrigan, he's going to do well. If he picks some random shit that isn't one of those two, he's probably not going to do that well, to be honest. That's how I feel about Dardes right now. I think it's so weird. He has such a siloed god pool. But I think you could say the same about Kuvo, for example. Only Warriors kind of live and die on what they get and if they're playing well on it. Like, Kuvo gets... Daji, he's gonna go crazy. Kuvo's playing Achilles or Osiris, he's probably gonna shit it up as of late. Anyway, number 5 solo. Is it Haddix? Is it Nika? I think it's Nika. I think it's tight between these two, but I think I'm going Nika Haddix. Here we go, left. Variety, Final K, and Salt. I mean, I think it's definitely Salt number 3. Salt's sick at the game. But there's way too many times where he just kind of like... He doesn't have the consistency of Variety and Final K. Let's just say that. He does not have the consistency of Variety and Final K. Variety number 2 and Final K number 1. I think Final K is actually pretty clear right now, to be honest. He's been so good. The King Arthur was sick, like the Rats being good. He's forcing bans. He's playing like consistently amazing. I think he's so good. Variety, best solo lane Lance. Yeah, really good Lance. I really have enjoyed Variety's Lance a lot. I think Variety's been like super solid also. And these two, like I think it's like this guy, then this guy, then this guy. I think there's like decent gaps between these. Not big gaps between these. Not big gaps between any of these, to be honest. I think there's bigger gaps between the top 3 than the bottom 5. Yeah, it is strange that Harry always owns on new Solo Warriors, considering he doesn't play the fucking game. How does he do it? Does he just grab it in scrims every time? Nobody wants to ban it versus him? I don't know. I feel like Aqua's getting a bad rap being 8th here. He's played okay. He's had some good like landmark picks, like the Chang'e pick. I just think Scary's been better. I think Scary has been good. It's a pretty strong 8th, yeah. I mean, this is what I always say, and you guys are always like, oh, you hate Ducky, blah, 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 blah. Listen, now it's Aqua. He's the strong 8th solo lane. It's always a strong 8th solo lane. Apart from Scary Phase 1, I don't know if I had him in here on this. He was a weak number 8, to be honest. Cool. Next up. ADC. I do hate Aqua. It's true. He has too much hair for me. It flows too well. Same reason I hate Neil. Or I did hate Neil. I've actually warmed to him recently. Don't know why. Anyway, ADC roll. Now. Where are we putting the ADCs? You know what? We rip it off. We rip it off like a band-aid, chat. We rip it off real quick. Barracuda number 8. He is there. He has been too quiet. There's no lower border on this, right? There we go. He's been too quiet. Like, he picks non-pressure gods and, like, I don't know. I feel like Barra has just been a spectator in all of the recent Bolts games. He comes along, hits some fucking objectives, and he either wins or loses depending on how the rest of his team played. He hasn't decided a game in ages. And he just gets, like, his shit pushed in lane as well. Like, he gets stuck under tower a lot of the time and just does nothing. So Barracuda number 8. I'm sorry. I feel like he's been... I don't know if it's just the way the Bolts play makes him look especially bad, the way he wants to play, but I just feel like he's just getting fucking railed in every lane and not making up for it at teamfight time. It's like... I don't know. There you go. Dude, oh, there's a guy who's commented on one of my power rankings before saying that I'm biased against Barra. Oh, he's going to be mad. He was like, you're so biased against the Bolts. I was like, I'm not biased against the Bolts. I had Van and Laspera number 1 on my last tier list. And he was like, come to think of it, it's just Barra you're biased against. He was popping off when Jing was mad? Yeah, that was a long time ago. There's a lot of recency bias on this. It's all based off like the last, you know, like 6 to 8 sets is what I'm looking back on, kinda. Like second half of phase 2 and the tournament. Yeah, Jake has gotten away with one being 4th. I don't know how he's there, but I also feel like I can't put the other guys above him. Because you've got to remember regular season, Bolts were pretty good. But Barra wasn't. No, that's what I always base it on. It's always the same. I think Dumbledore or Hagrid would be a better kisser. Probably Hagrid. If you keep Masters into account, Masters is into account, but so is like the last 3 or 4 sets that the Warriors played in the regular season where they were terrible. Do you remember that? Do you remember how bad the Warriors were end of phase 2? They were awful. They were the worst team in the league. They were close to as bad as the Scarabs when the Scarabs had just made a roster change, a forced roster change. Neil was the best player on his team during that? I agree. That's why he's 6th. Anyway, ADC, number 8, Barra. Number 7. Okay, let's think about this here. The people who I'm looking at for the next few spots are Zapman, Stewart, Wowie. They are the ones who are in contention here. Wowie actually got a lot better end of phase 2. You saw that motherfucker. I saw him dash in like 8 times. It was beautiful. Do you remember that game? Was it against Titans? Where he was just like, fuck it. I'm holding W. I loved it. I loved it. He did die. He did dash in one too many times and die. But I was there for it. He was fucking in there. Which I'm a fan of. Stu had one really bad set. Yeah, agree. Stu has been like, I feel like, yeah, I'm putting Stu in at 5th, by the way. He's above Zap and Wowie. But he did have, and I think he deserves it. He deserves like the fact that we're all just not really mentioning it and just giving him a break. But like Stu was the main reason that the Scarabs lost to Hex Mambo. He's the main reason. He got crushed. He played like pretty bad. Got like really owned in lane especially. And didn't really do anything in team fights. I think Stu had a really bad set up against E-Chrome in that one. But it happens, you know, he was due a bad set because he played so well the rest of his time on the Scarabs. Zapman did indeed solo Netrioid, which is powerful. But he's been, like, I think Zap on the Levi's has been super, super quiet, especially end of phase 2 when they weren't playing well. I think Zap has been like a almost Barracuda level of spectator. Really, really quiet. So, yeah. Let's put him in. Does he go below Wowie? I think he goes below Wowie. I think Wowie's been really good lately. I think Wowie stepped up a lot. So it happens. Now top 4. Who have we got left? Spinner, Net, PCAT, Vote. Vote has kind of snuck his way up to 4th here. Not really sure how that's happened, to be honest. You know what? I think he might be 5th. I've kind of forgot about Vote. He's been forcing POS bans, which has been cool. You think no? You think I'm wrong? Okay. You know what? I'll stick with my ranking then. He can stay 4th. He's been really good on POS. Really bad to average on everything else. What else has he played, chat? What else has he played? Huh? He's been carrying on the POS. On the POS he's played well, yeah. I'll give him the POS. I'll give him the POS. But I'll only give him the POS. That's all I'm giving him. The Mori was kind of good too. That was only one game though, right? It was good though. 6 autos on 1 HP Scream. Oh yeah, that was on... Was he playing Chernobog? No, not Chernobog. Was he playing... For some reason I think he was playing Charybdis, but no way he would be playing Charybdis, would he? I remember that. It was when Scream danced around... It was Cupid. I knew it was a little person. The first time little person has been used in like a non... Slightly offensive. Is it offensive? Is that what you're... whatever, man. Don't get into it. We don't talk about politics. Little person is an offensive term? I thought it was the non-offensive term. Call them small... Jesus Christ. All right, ADC top 3. I'm not really sure how Cyclone Spin and Netrioid have ended up here, because I don't think either of them have been that good. Panda Cat's number 1, by the way. I don't think either Cyclone or Netrioid have been that good. They've just been above the rest of the pack. ADC weakest role right now? Possibly. Possibly. Yeah, Panda is clear. Let's be clear here. He is clear. Netrioid is fucking crazy on Chiron, man. He is so crazy on Chiron, and I love it. So I put him in number 2 because of that. Just because of the Chiron. Freya's been okay. I think he kind of fucked up for the Kings against the Dragons. I don't think he had a very good set in that final. I don't know if it was also like a little bit of draft strategy. I think putting the Chiron mid and grabbing the Freya was a bad thing to do by the Kings. But yeah. I don't think Netrioid played very well in that. But he still gets number 2 somehow. I don't make the rules. I think he's been better than Cyclone. Cyclone's been pretty quiet also. Yeah. Cyclone's been making a lot of good rotations. You got to give him that. He's been like leaving lane a lot as Bog over to the solo side of the map and helping his team like win games and come back in games. You know, when they throw the early game or whatever. Where's Baskin in this list? Ask me at the end and I'll do it. Okay. That's my tier list for ADC. What do you think? Zapman and Barra at the bottom. Get rid of all these old motherfuckers in the SPL chat. We don't need them. They're so old. They're so old. They can't even aim anymore. What do you mean he just won a world championship? Anyway, yeah, where's Coast? Get the Penta kit in. We got 2 rolls to go. Let's get this spun. So Cyclone? Cyclone's not as old as those two. Not even close. Cyclone's younger than me, surely. Yungel. Alright, jungle time. Alright. Fuck, man. Alright. Spin 2-3. He's up a third, Mama Cyclone. You know I love Cyclone, though. Got it. You know, I wanted to put him higher, but the chat wouldn't let me. The chat would not let me put him higher. They're like, no, no. Oh, he's 23. Oh, he's age 23. That makes a lot of sense. You were here when I was saying he wasn't that good, weren't you? Damn it. I'm trying to ingratiate myself with all of the SPL families. Maybe get invited to Thanksgiving, you know? That's my ideal situation. Jungle time. Jungle time. Ooh, who's number 8? Ooh. Who is number 8? Who is number 8? So, bottom 3, probably Panny. Bottom 4, Panny, Sam, Kirmi, Quavo, Laspra. Bottom 5? We got a bottom 5 up in this house. Panatom, yeah, not been amazing as of late. I don't think he's adjusted well to the changes in jungle. Like, he was so sick when it was like Gilgamesh Man, things like that. It's like he was the best Gilgamesh in the league, I would say, not even close. But I think he's struggling a little bit lately. Kirmi definitely grew into the league like a lot faster than I think the rest of the Valks did. I think he brought his level up faster than the others. But I don't feel like he's above the rest now. I feel like he's stayed on like an even keel with them all. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I think Sam actually had a really good set against the Hex Mambo. He was playing against the high ping jungler though, and he did end up getting soloed later on in hard inting. So maybe I can give him too much credit for that. Just for the Scarabs, like, I think it's important to look at that set and kind of see where the problems were. And I would say the problems were here, not here. Like, Sam and Scary, I think, played pretty well overall. And the game that they won was all off of Sam and Scary. But Sam was not great towards the end of the Dragon stint. Not great at the start of the Scarab stint. And so I think I put him number 8. I think I'm doing it. Sorry, Sam. Don't worry. He'll be back. And then I think I'm going to go Panatom. Dude, Cuvo's so hit or miss, man. Is he... Oh, man. Like, Cuvo on is like he's fucking number 1, maybe. Number 1 or number 2. But Cuvo off is hard 8. Like, his worst is worse than everybody else's worst, I think. That's the thing. Maybe Scream's worst is down there, to be fair. But he's not done that in a while. Laspra's hit or miss? Yeah. Yeah, I don't think he's as hit or miss as Cuvo, though. Scream, your worst is down there. When you're fucking locking the Naja and going like 0-8, and you're like, well, I got in there. There's a reason you're both highest deaths and highest kills in the league, man. And it's not because you get in there. It's because sometimes you shit it up, and most of the time you're good. She's in dark mode. I'm sorry, it'll fuck up the chat and stuff like that, probably. So, no. I've decided no. You can turn your gamma down on your screen. I'm never putting gamma down, though. Number 5, my go. Anyway, number 6, jungle. What the fuck am I talking about? Is it Cuvo? Is it Laspra? Is it Kirmi? Am I going to put Kirmi above Cuvo and Laspra? I feel like I can. Oh! This is so difficult. Yo, thanks for the 8. Avatrid? Lib? Thank you. Laspro was sick during most of the SPL. Yeah, Laspro, like, he did fall off towards the end with the rest of his team. And I think, like, I don't know. No, I think they all fell off, to be honest, man. I think Barra had been quiet throughout, but I think, like, their core wasn't doing anything. Haddix wasn't really playing particularly well, I don't think, towards the end. Let's go. Could make a Danish sandwich with Kirmi in the middle. Cuvo's grown. Nah. Cuvo's going down. I'm sorry. I think Cuvo had a great tournament. Like a great tournament, but we can't ignore what came before the tournament, which was he was like potentially the worst player in the league for the last 2-3 weeks of phase 2 play, I would say. He was down there. He was playing really bad. He got a sick Hunbats monkey bounce. And then I'm gonna go... Do I give last? Yeah, I'm gonna go Kirmi Laspra, I think. Oh, you know what? I misclicked, but I'm committing to what I misclicked. He just looks right there, doesn't he, Kirmi? He just looks right. Now, does he? Anyway. Yeah, let's go with that. Kirmi best Valk? It's hard to say. Like, is Gamma better? I feel like Gamma and Kirmi are top 2 on that team, yeah. And then I think it's probably... Gamma, Kirmi, Wowie, and then the other 2 are about even. Both like decent. Beanie's gotten better? Yeah, way better. Way better. Way better. He was losing his team games with his stupid 10th pick mid bullshit for too long. And now he's not doing that. So he's way better. I think I'm still biased against him because of it, though. I think it made me mad. Because they just kept doing it, man. It's not, I mean, it's the whole team, though. Picks and bans the whole team. Anyway, jungle top 3. Who have we got? We've got Benjamin Knight. We've got Layers. Layers is, dude, I know Layers' name. Let me think. I feel like he has a very American name. Like first name. Like Cody or something, but it's not Cody. Casey. That's the one. And the Skrizzler. I mean, Scream post-roster change has been the best jungler in the league. And he was pretty good before that, too. So that's easy to do. Twig versus Layers. I actually think Layers has been the best, perhaps the best player on the Titans. I think he's been really good. I think he's had the best... I think he's got the best Lancelot jungle. I think I'm going to Layers 2, Twig 3. Twig's been good as well. And this is fairly close, these 2. Definitely both good. Parent's name is Cody? Yeah, it is. Paul looked better than Layers this tourney? Yeah, it's not all in the tourney, though. But yeah, Paul has been good lately. Like, his Hell play has been crazy, as always. Twig did pick Osiris. I feel like Twig didn't play that bad on the Osiris, though, but he did slam it. You gotta give him that. He slammed it. I respect slamming the Osiris, though. Esthenio, thanks for the 13. That's what happened at that Worlds we lost. I was like, Twig, just fucking pick Osiris every game, man. Just slam it. Just pick it up again. I'll just grab it again. Francie, grab the tree. Pick the tree again. Do it. Yeah, Twig got that bad Thor game, but I mean, that is what it is. Osiris? He's getting out of the jungle. He's pretty much gone. Laspra's still been playing well on him, in my opinion. Trying to like haul his team over the line with like Mannequin's Osiris, you know? He's trying to win the game so hard in the early game that they don't have to play, really. Anyway, let's spin the motherfucking wheel. What are we gonna get? Could be anything. it's mid. Like you, chat. I don't really get the whole mid thing. Why is mid bad? Can anyone explain that to me? I would think mid would be middling, you know? Like, not bad, not good. I feel like everybody's, like, mid. People use mid for bad. Not bad, just not good. Oh, really? Have I just misunderstood it throughout? I'm so fucking old, bro. Overrated? Okay. I do feel like people say bad. I'm the oldest 28-year-old for sure. Yeah, I'm up there. I'm up there. Okay. Mid lane. Who's been mid in mid? Who's been bad in mid? Who's been great in mid? Ooh. Tough to rank. I think Baronic goes number 8. Fuck, dude. I'm never getting invited to Baronic's family's Thanksgiving, which is another one which I'd like to go to. I think Baronic has adjusted poorly to Sam being his new jungler. I don't think he was like carrying games before that. I don't think the meta suits him particularly right now. And honestly, like I haven't seen him really control games like he did since Worlds, really, I think. I think Baronic's number 8. I think he's had like a definite drop off in performance in this whole year compared to I think the whole of last year he grew so much. And I would say at the end of last year, he was like a scary player to play against. He had like a crazy, a great god pool that was different than other people. He had this scary Charybdis, which he was crushing on, and he could play everything that was good, and he was playing well. But I think Baronic right now, I don't think the god pool suits him. Like he's played a bit of Yu Huang and looked good on it, but I don't know. I don't feel like he has as much of an identity in this meta as he has before. Cool. Next up, in the mid lane, who are we looking at? You know who's not been great? Shinto, not been great. Van, oh, that's the last part. Van not been especially good. I think he's been better than Shinto, though. Is Shinto number 7? Have I lost my fucking mind? What am I doing? They did make a roster change, you know. I don't know. I think Shinto's number 7. I can't put anybody else below him, I don't think. I think he's here. And then I think it's probably Ven. He is Italian, though. Or Benny, then Ven, maybe? It's close between these two. True Scream. It has to happen. They did kick him for a player above him in the rankings, though, so it all adds up, really. What was I doing? I did something. I'm putting Van here. And then I'm putting Benny above him. That's what I'm doing. What do we think about that? Are we happy? Now we've got these 4 to go. Dardes has had some really good games on certain picks. AMC, Morrigan. I honestly can't remember him playing another god. Like he's probably played Disco. I think he's played some other weird hunter mid. But I don't know. I think Dardes is number 4 for me. Hera? Fuck Hera. Hera fucking sucks. Merlin? Okay. Fecky, thanks for the prime. YouTube can see what I'm dancing, can hear what I'm dancing to, or see what I'm dancing to. Shibalanke? Yeah, Shibalanke mid, that makes sense. Don't care though. Yeah, I remember him standing at the edge of someone's tower, railing them with the bolas. Did he lose that game? I think he lost it, maybe. What I'm thinking of. Anyway. Dardes 4. Numero 3. Okay, who have we got left? We got Pagon, Big Man, and Paul. I think people are thinking that like Pagon goes auto number 1 here. I kind of don't feel that way. I think Pagon has been like fairly quiet considering how well the Dragons been playing and how much they've been winning. I think he had that Yu Huang game 5 of the finals. I think that is crazy that he has like the balls to grab a pick that people aren't playing, and doing so well with it was super cool. But yeah, I think other than that, he's been kind of like a little anonymous. So does he go 3? Yeah, I think he goes number 3. Good time for this song. The Morrigan game into Merlin. Yeah, that was terrible, I remember. Is Paul number 1? Big Man was number 1 going into the tournament, and it wasn't close, but I feel like when he actually arrived back in Georgia, he had a bit of a fall off. Was Paul done? Paul was fucking crazy on the hell, and he's just been solid other than that. I don't know. Tommy, thanks for the 17. I think Big Man had a big fall off. No way BMT over Pagon? You don't think so? I definitely think BMT over Pagon. The question is BMT over Paul? He lost the games at Masters on hell? Yeah, forget Masters. I'm talking about before Masters. Paul has a Paul bias? I don't think so. He mid-gaped. BMT number 1. BMT was definitely the best going into the playoff. I don't think he had that good of a playoffs, to be honest. I think them putting the Chiron in mid, as I said, he still did like top damage on the Chiron, to be fair. But them putting the Chiron in mid instead of giving it to net was a big reason why they lost. I think they should just put Big Man on like more classic artillery mages. Do you remember Big Man? Big Man had like a pretty bad set versus it was the SCC team they played, right? Who did Kings play? Or was it versus I don't know. Yeah, I'll put him number 1. Sure. Big Man from EU, definitely number 1. Big Man from NA? I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure about that. Aaron's Glads? So he did play Sunder, Relic, Dagger, Rat, and he played Thor, but he's just trolling in those. Rank the Sex Mambo? I refuse. Think did any of Hex Mambo get in here above the players for consistency? I don't know. I think Echrome does. But Echrome had a really bad first set in that event as well. Deathwalker? Deathwalker's like hero hereabouts. Thing is, I actually don't think Deathwalker really diffed Scary D at all. I think he like had crazy teamfight moments for sure. But yeah. Rotwin was good. Rotwin was really good. Rotwin had a really impressive tournament for a sub who didn't qualify. Incredible. Johnny on ping was insane. Johnny had some great movement moments, but mostly what he did was he was pragmatic, right? He just split pushed a lot of the time, which is super cool. Anyway, where will Baskin be entering when he joins the league? He'll be in this bottom 3 area, I think. Baskin's a sick player, but I think the level of the league's come up so much since he last competed. He might be a little surprised. I do think he's like the best option still, but I think he'll be like, I think he'll struggle initially, take a little bit of time coming up, and we will see. One I fear, we'll see. Where will Yark be in the support tier lists? I don't know. I'm super interested by that. I don't know if everybody else has seen like what the Bolts were saying. Basically, the Bolts were saying they offered Yark the spot, and Yark chose the Scarabs and the role swap over them. And then they offered Deathwalker the spot, and then they offered Baskin the spot, was sort of how it worked. So I'm super interested to see how Yark works out in support. There's something about SPL players and role swapping. SPL players love to think that they can role swap and always want to role swap. You'll get used to, like, if you're around pro players a lot and around the league a lot, you'll fucking figure that out pretty quick. They're always like, yeah, I could just play mid. What if I just play mid? What if I just play solo? I could switch to, you know, I've been playing ADC for 8 years in the Pro League. I could play jungle. It'd be fine. Yeah, Yark did play ADC and it was fine. But everybody do love to role swap. So we'll see. Okay. Overall rankings. Let's add them up. Number 1 is going to be the Dragoons, which are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's math. 9. Did I want to fill this the same color? Whatever. Can I do this? Oh, that is. I am so smart. My God. It's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's correct. I am so smart. As I was saying. Oh God, I'm smart. Number 2 for me is the Titans, apparently. I got Titans up. No, do I have? No, I have Kings above Titans. Do I? It's close between the two. This is going to be 2, 5, 6, 7, 9. That's math. Titans. 3, 5, 7, 10. 3, 5, 7, 10, 13. Wow, that's not as close as I thought it was. Fair enough. Oh, God. Cool. Number 4 team. Who is the number 4 team? Everybody else is bad. 5. Let's try Warriors. Is someone doing the math before I do? Because that would be good. 5, 11, 15, 21, 25? Never do math on stream. It would be good not to. See you later, Dream. Okay. Bolts, I guess. Is it bolts or is it? No, I think it's bolts. I think bolts are just over Valks. 4, 9, 15, 19, 27. Good. Someone's checked my maths. Then probably 8, 12, 17, 22, 28 for the Valks. Isn't it 28? 4, 9, 10, 14, 20, 28. Yeah, 28. I got it. I was right. Nice. And then we're going to have... Ooh. I think it's the Levi's. On 7, 14, 21, 28, 34. And Scarabs on 7, 8, 16, 24, 31, 36. I got it right. Okay, my ordering makes a lot of sense, I think. What do you think, chat? How do you feel about it? Are you mad at me? Or are you, like, chilling? And how do you feel, YouTube? Please put your rage-induced comments down below right now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell. Tell your dad to use his Twitch Prime subscription on me.